In today's video, I'm going to show you how to save money and track your expenses with this budget tracker here in Google Sheets. So in this template, you can easily recreate this. All you have to do is to start with this header right here. You can format it in any way you want, give it any title that you wanted as well. So for this one, we can start with the month of September, which is the month that I am in right at this moment. So we have two important components for our budget tracker, and that would be your income and your expenses. Under your income, you can have two columns right here. You have the first one where you can put in the type of income that you have and the amounts right here. So when you select this, you're going to make sure that you're going to format it in currency. For our expenses, we're going to have three columns right here. For the first one, again, specify the type of expense that you have, then the amount for that expense, and a drop-down menu where you have your options where you can categorize each expense that you have into a need, a want, or a saving. That's for our income and our expenses. We also have here on the right side, we have our total income and our total expenses. Whatever we put right here will be totaled right here. If I double click on this one, you will see the function sum, where it will summarize or it will total the entire column B for our income. And for our expenses, it will do the same thing. If I double click on that, it will also summarize or it will give us a total for all of our expenses. Whether it's a need, a want, or a saving, the total expense will be calculated right here. So we also have two more categories right here. We have our goals and our actual. With our goals, this is what we want to follow, or this is what we want to do with our money. So we only want to spend 50% of our income with our needs, 20% with our wants, and 30% with our savings. Now you can interchange any of these or change this depending on your own goals. If you really want to start saving up, you can increase this to at least 35 or 40% if your goal is to really save some money. And of course, your actual spendings right here, where we can have the percentage depending on how much you've actually spent divided by your total income. So if I click on this, here is our formula. We have this cell right here divided by our total income, which will equal to a percentage of how much we've already spent with this category. Now for the right side, we have this formula right here where we have used the sum if function to give us a total if it matches this condition right here. So we have the needs for this one, the wants, and the savings. So it will only total the needs from our expenses category right here, our wants, and our savings. Now for our goals, we will be able to know how much we can actually spend once we've entered our income. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to put in paycheck right here for my first type of income, and the amount that I receive is $2,000. And right away, you'll see that we have updated our total income right here, depending on what we have entered on this side right here. And after that, you'll see right away your actual goals for your needs, wants, and savings. So what you want to spend is only $1,000 for your needs, $400 for your wants, and $600 for your savings. So if I click on this, the formula would be 50% times our total income right there, which would give us this amount right here. And there we have it. So let's go ahead and fill in our budget tracker and see how this would help us track all of our expenses and meet our goals. So let's say we have another income. We have a rental property that we rent out for $800. So let's put that in. $800. There we go. Now our total income has come up to $2,800. And of course, that has increased our goals for our needs, which is $1,400, $560 for our wants, and $840 for our savings. Now let's go to our expenses. Here, we will have an update on this side right here once we filled up our expenses. So let's go ahead and put in our first expense, which would be, let's say, your car payment. So you bought a new car and now you're paying it off, and you pay at least $150 a month, and that's going to be in need. There we go. So you'll see in our actual, we have $150 for our needs, and that's already 5% of our total expenses. Next one would be another utility payment, let's say an electric bill, which is around $90, and that's also a need. And there you have it. We have our total right here for all the needs that we have spent on. And again, that's already 9% out of the 50% that we want to spend on. Next one would be, let's say you ate out at a restaurant during the weekend. So dinner at a restaurant, which costs you about $180. That's going to be a want. And there you have it. We have $180 right here with 6% out of our 20% goal, which only gives us about 14% left of our budget that we can spend on our wants. So last one would be our savings. Let's say we have $100 saving for the first week of this month. Again, categorize that as savings, and there you have it. So with this budget tracker, it definitely helps us see how much we're spending on, where it's going, and how much of it would be left. Now, if your goal of saving is 30%, again, you can change this into 35%. Your goal is about $980, almost $1,000 for a month, then that can be definitely achievable as long as you keep track on all of your expenses right here. And there you have it. So that's how to save money and track your expenses with this simple template here in Google Sheets. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do leave a like and subscribe for more helpful videos. See you on the next one.